Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a new user in our call tracking software. What you'll do is if you're in the admin, you're going to go scroll down to Manage Users, and you'll click there, and you'll come to this page right here. So then you're going to click on Add New User, and you're going to create the person's username, email, then you're going to put in their full name, and then a password. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to use a fake name and such. So we'll call this test user 1, and we'll use the same at gmail.com, and then we'll put test user. For password, I always like to start off with a simple something like 1234 ABCD, so that way they can change the password as they want. Then we click OK, and once we've done that, the user's been created in the system. At the same time, this user would have gotten an email to this email address if that email existed. Then what we want to do is we want to add a company to them. And what I mean by that is if we're starting off a new niche industry, for example, you can see Atlanta HVAC. So if we were doing Atlanta electrician, and we will have to go and create a company and then add that person to them. But for these purposes right now, we'll just add them to Atlanta Computer Repair and click Save. And as you can see, now they've been added to, once it updates, there we go, Atlanta Computer Repair, and there you go. Alright, so as you can see over here, if we need to make changes like you'll never do this, promote user to admin, that just won't happen. If you need to delete a user, for example, if somebody decided that they don't want to be with us anymore, we just delete them after you've gotten permission to do that. You can also change permissions for this user, and what we like to do is after we've gotten them in the system, let's say for example maybe they came in and we had some other calls, we can change this to only calls after let's say today, like say they just came into the system today, so today's the 12th, so we could say only allow access to calls after this date. And the reason for that is because we don't want them seeing maybe previous phone calls that were there before, but really it's nothing that we really deal with here. So we usually don't mess with this, but in case I let you know that that's something we need to do, that's what we do. So then you would just click Save, and they would be done. So those are the user permissions. You can also change allowed phone numbers. So for example, and this is very necessary actually, you only want to show the outgoing number here. That means to their phone that they're actually receiving calls. Let me show you an example. So for this particular client, as you can see, he only sees the calls that are going to his phone number. So when he logs into his reports, he can only see the numbers that actually rang to him. If that doesn't happen, meaning if we leave it blank, he can see all the calls that go through all here. We don't want that happening, so it's very important that you make it so that he can only see the numbers for, like right there, so only see for his particular phone number. Okay, very important that we do that. And then if you need to resend like the username and password, you can click that button, or if you need to set up email forwarding, you can do that as well. So that's how we create a new user on our system.